Hello, everybody. Welcome back. You are tuning into the Knitting Place podcast. This is podcast number 50, and it's April 5th. We're full of fives today.
Lucky five, right?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Do we look different?
Do we sound different?
We don't really care about looking different, right?
No. But we do have a light, and we do have a new microphone, and hopefully...
We have a microphone.
Hopefully you can hear us better, and every criticism that came out in the last episode hopefully will be resolved.
Exactly.
We certainly do our best.
Well, I think with 50 episodes that we can say we've earned equipment.
We've earned a microphone and some lighting.
We've been around for a while. It's not like we're a flash in the pan.
I'm sorry. I should have done this a long time ago, Pammy.
That's okay.
I apologize.
All good things are worth waiting for.
There you go.
Right?
Yes.
And we're worth it.
So.
Who are you, Dina?
Oh, I'm Dina. You can find me. So if we're talking about social media and where you can find us, you can find me at The Knitting Place on Instagram, The Knitting Place on Ravelry, and The Knitting Place on Facebook.
And you can find me on Ravelry as Pam Sapp, on Instagram as Pam Sapp, and Facebook as Pam Sapienza.
There you go. We'll have our contact or where you could find us.
Yeah, down below.
In the links below.
Yep.
And since we're talking about official business, if you don't mind, you can always subscribe. You can get notifications when we launch a new podcast. We would love it. If you hit the bell and you get the notification, that would be really helpful for us.
And subscribe on YouTube and follow The Knitting Place on Instagram.
And Pam Sapp. Yes, on Instagram. Yes.
There you go.
All right, so all official business is out of the way.
That's right.
So we talk about what you're wearing?
Yes, I am wearing. I didn't have it the last time, I don't think. I'm so confused now because I don't remember
I don't
when
remember.
we podcasted the last time. But this is my finished Felix Cardigan, not the pullover, as you can see. I think it was a fun knit. It's a nice sweater to wear. It's very comfortable. I thought at first maybe I should have made it a little bit longer, but I wet blocked it, and I think it's fine. Right?
Looks great.
I
love the detail down the raglan.
The raglan, yep.
So those are increases. So typical a traditional raglan increase, you would see
on the back too.
There are no eyelets in a traditional raglan.
Correct. Right.
It'll often be highlighted by a seam of some sort. So this is very pretty because you have an eyelet. Correct. Detail in the raglan.
A very nice detail, and I made mine out of Hudson West Forge and
colorway
barn red, and I also held with it Superior, which is a yarn from Filatura de Crosa, which is cashmere. What's the other part? Cashmere, something.
Is it
goat? No, I don't
wool
remember.
And silk. It was a blend,
something like that. But it's got cashmere in it.
Yes. The halo is cashmere as opposed to what I used.
Which is silk, right? Silk
mohair.
Right.
And
we added that because the gauge on the sweater was 14 and the gauge on the yarn is about 18 to 20 in that area. 20.
Yep.
And we did have some people, though, that did it without mohair. Some did put mohair. I went with Superior simply because I couldn't match it.
I thought, we couldn't find a good match.
We couldn't find a good match, let's put it that way.
But I also thought it was because you didn't necessarily...
I'm not also a fan of mohair, right. Correct. Yeah, so it really was lovely. And it's very nice.
I like your buttons.
And I like my buttons because they just blend in, right?
They're beautiful.
And because I realized I don't make a lot of my sweaters don't have buttons, right? I don't know why that is. So,
our Foxtrot and our throwover actually
don't have
buttons.
Yeah. So anyway,
I like it.
And that was it. It was just, the thing we talked about was the tubular bind off on the neck, on the button bands, on the bottom, on the sleeves. So it's all, right?
Yeah.
All about the tubular bind off, which was fun.
And which tubular bind off do we recommend for people if you're in that
It was Suzanne Bryan on YouTube. I like her. She's a master knitter who has many, many tutorial videos on YouTube. So if it was tubular bind off in the round on a 1x1 rib, which was exactly what we were doing, right? So that worked out well. And it's Suzanne, and it's Bryan if you're interested in looking up some of her videos.
Maybe write it down there.
Yeah. Listen, if it was me, if she puts up a video, I get an alert, because I subscribe.
You subscribe to her.
And sometimes I'll just watch them, even if I'm not doing whatever
it is.
She
actually puts out, so when you do subscribe, just so you know, you get a notification right away. And she puts out quite a few videos.
She does. Yeah. And she really she does it well. And a lot of times you watch a video on YouTube and maybe the quality is not that good, or it's the way that maybe they run too long, or right a lot of times.
Yep.
And hers are just done very nicely. She also has a great one for picking up when you pick up your sleeve stitches, for trying to avoid the holes under the underarm. That's another good one she has. But go ahead, I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, I'm writing down what I'm wearing. I'm jumping ahead. But did you mention who designed yours?
Is it Amy Christoffers? Mm-hmm. Amy Christoffers did mine.
In Savory Knitting is, I think, her handle.
Is that her handle?
Yes.
Yeah. I always mix that up with
So
Shannon
Very. Yeah, I know. Me too.
What is her handle? So Very Shannon?
So Very Shannon, and I think Amy is Savory Knitting.
Savory Knitting. I don't know why I mixed the two of them up. But anyway, yes, and it's a great pattern. Whether you do, we even had one gal who did the cardigan, and then she made the pullover.
Before I finished mine. She finished 2.
Dina and I are always lagging behind.
Is that crazy? Yeah. She finished 2 before I finished 1.
But I think you were knitting other things in between. Right? She didn't make a Morgana.
No, but she's knitting other things. She's not a monogamous knitter.
Anyway. Trying to help you there, Dina.
Thank you. I deserve it.
There you go.
It's all good. Okay, so
what are you wearing, Dina?
I'm wearing the Throwback. It's by Andrea Mowry. I used wool stock. I need to depill it.
You need to, yeah.
I used wool stock from Blue Sky Fibers, and I used 3 colors in Spin Cycle, Dream State. This was not steeked. It was knit flat, so I did have to do the color work, which is stranded knitting. Knit 1 row, purl 1 row. So it's not all in the round. I believe there are some modifications if you look at the project pages. Some people may have steeked it. So if you tune in to some of the projects on Ravelry, if you ask in the Ravelry group,
they might have put their
who
notes
steeked
down.
it, they may have notes if you didn't want to do color work on a wrong side.
When we made ours, we were not one of the first, but we made it as soon as the pattern came out.
Right. Did we have it done for, you had it done for
Rhinebeck, yeah.
That's right. You met up on the hill.
I was up on the hill.
Yes. That was fun.
It was fun. It was a fun day.
I don't think mine was done.
No, but you were doing, I think you had a colorwork sweater that you had done, and you met up on the hill for the colorwork sweater. Was it for Caitlin Hunter? Was it one of those?
It might have been Tecumseh or something.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Yeah.
I think it was the Tecumseh, maybe.
It could have been.
You met over by the apple cider donuts.
Right. We were doing the Tecumseh walk. It was funny. Okay.
Do you know what colors you used on your yoke in Dream State? Looks like
on my yoke was Salty Dog.
Oh, that is Salty Dog.
Deep Bump.
Oh, you did.
And Nostalgia.
Okay, I thought it was Deep Bump.
And it's interesting because the colors have come in differently since then. So you never really get to replicate.
See, in this, Salty Dog looks more golden, where now I think it's a little more yellow.
I agree with you.
The difference, yeah.
Right.
But it doesn't make a difference. It looks fine either way.
And the Nostalgia is more blended, and now it's a little bit more monochromatic.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, it's interesting. When you buy the Dream State, it's kind of like when we used to get our Quaigu deliveries.
Yes.
With hand-dyed yarn. Mm-hmm. You just never know how it's going to come out, and that's the beauty behind it. So
especially with the nature of this yarn, because it's like twisted.
Right. So I would say with Spin Cycle, if you see a color or a colorway that you like, get it because it likely will not be repeated.
You'll see it again, but it won't look the same.
Right.
It won't be exactly the same, which is, I think, fun.
Was this Gray Harbor?
Yes. No. Gray Harbor's
the lighter one.
Lighter. I don't know what that color is.
I don't know which colorway I used.
It was the dark. Gray Harbor is a lighter gray.
It was the charcoal gray in the wool stock.
And we had some people on our live Instagram last week, I think it was, Dina, right, who requested some kits for the Throwback.
Yes.
So
you had worn it, I had worn it, and then they said, make kits.
So we made a few kits with the wool stock where we could, and then we did the rest with, we did one with Germantown, and we did another with, the rest was with Hudson West Forge.
So if you are interested, you can certainly go to the website. Right. We're not showing them today, but they're there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was fun. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a fun knit.
Mm-hmm. I find that some of the
doesn't she have the throw over now? It's a pullover.
It's a pullover, yeah.
So there is a pullover version.
Throw over, right? Yeah, so that you wouldn't have to worry about knitting back and forth.
Correct.
In color work, right?
Right. You could just do that. I wonder if you can mark to steek that.
Oh yeah, you probably could. You probably could. I know with steeking they add an extra 7 stitches in there usually. Is what
right,
it is.
But imagine I don't know what the pattern repeat was.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was 6 or 7.
Right.
But if you took a center, I mean, I don't know if it even falls in the center. If you could actually mark.
It depends how the repeat falls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Just a thought. Okay. Anyway, so that's what we're working on.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, we always have other projects, but nothing new. Really.
No, wait, not what we're working on. It's what we're wearing. Did you bring any whips?
I have my Kuffel. You want me to show you my Kuffel?
Yes.
Let me get
definitely.
you the Kuffel. And I have my Habitation, which is fine, but I'm not going to show you that today.
Did you make progress on it?
My Habitation. Jeez, I'm falling. Yes, I've done. I'm almost at the halfway point.
Do you guys want to see it? Bring it.
I'm almost at the halfway point.
So bring it.
And they would. Yeah, well, I'll tell you that when I get there. First, I'll show you the Kuffel. Dana and I are both cuffling along, and we're probably at about the same point, wouldn't you say, Dana? In the Kuffel?
Probably. I don't know how much. I mean, I finally got to chart C, Miracle of Miracles.
You did.
Yes.
Yeah, so I keep meaning to steam this, and I keep forgetting.
Oh.
I wanted to give it some steam so that it would kind of...
Well, do you want to tell them what happened?
With me?
Yeah, didn't you have to rip back?
I did. I had to rip back. This is where I am. Color chart A, chart B, and this is chart C. And you've got this in-between, section where you do some short rows.
There were 2 short rows in that section.
There were 2 short rows in that section. Good thing I read the pattern. Now, this is where you could make a mistake.
I think I would have gone right into the color work had we not spoken.
Exactly, right? Yeah, well.
Guys, read the pattern.
Yeah.
The information is there. Of course, designers make mistakes. It happens. Yeah. But read the pattern. A lot of the information is there.
It is. And so what happened was I had done my short rows, and I had done my 7 rows, or I was on my 7th row of just straight knitting before the second group of short rows. And I looked at it, and I did not like the way it looked. I don't know what I did. Maybe when I was purling back on one of the short rows, maybe it was too loose, but I did not like the way it looked. So I took it off the needles. I ripped it out. It was like a morning and a night's worth of work.
Wait, you ripped out the 7 rounds?
The 7 rounds and my short rows.
How did you know where you were in your short rows? Or did you rip it back to the beginning of your short rows?
I ripped it back. Do you know how there were like 4 of them?
Yes.
I think there were 4. I ripped it back I took out at least half of them. I might have.
So the 2, like one set.
Yeah, I think I took out 3 of the 4 probably is what I ended up doing.
Wow.
And
that's probably more time consuming trying to figure out where you are.
Luckily. Do
you know what I mean?
Correct.
Because the wraps.
Well,
did you do German? Or
yes,
wrap?
I did German. Well, the other thing was that what was I going to say? Is that
sorry.
The short rows weren't that difficult to. Because she basically does the same thing each time. She knits a certain number of stitches, right, and then goes back to...
it's 15 or whatever the number is. Right.
But what made this a little more difficult was at the beginning of these short rows, or was it the end of the short rows or at the beginning? She moves the marker.
No, it was before.
It was before, right? So she moved the beginning of round marker. Right. So that was just like... Was it before or after?
It was chart C.
What?
Chart C. It happened after.
It happened after, right?
Yes.
It happened after. So anyway, but it wasn't that bad to figure out, but it's just time consuming. And to me, it's almost like I look at it as the time I've lost.
I know, but think about how much aggravation, you've saved yourself.
Correct.
Because every time you see it,
yeah,
that
I would have gone right to that spot, which I really did not like the way it looked. And that's it. So now I'm on chart C. I think I'm on row, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. I've done 4. Maybe I'm on 5th. And I think after the next round, I do the sleeve split, right? After 6 rounds or something, you do it?
I think it was 6.
Yeah. Then I split for the sleeves. And that's it. That's where I am. But I haven't
Looks good.
knit on it.
So blocking makes a huge difference because now that I'm looking at yours, so I don't know if you guys remember, I thought I had to rip. Pam said, Dina, block it. So I put it on several 2 40-inch needles, and I blocked it. And this one's mine.
Let's see. Nice, Dina.
And
you're ahead of me. See,
you're slightly ahead.
You are ahead of. Did you split for your sleeves?
I did.
There you go.
So here I am. Yesterday,
Dina was in bed knitting.
In bed. Yep. I knit a little bit. I'm not that far ahead of you. Just a couple of rounds.
Yeah.
But
they're big rounds. Those rounds make a difference.
Taking off the sleeve stitches makes a difference.
Does it make a difference?
It's 130 stitches, yes, in total. So I feel like now I might move a little bit, but I was so happy when I blocked it. I didn't block it, excuse me. I just gave it some steam because I was worried that I was puckering or pulling too tight.
And of course, Dina and I, we've had a Kuffel Zoom knit along going, and we're like the only two who haven't done it. Everyone else they're all wearing their Kuffels. They're all done. They're all done. I don't think
you know what? We didn't do a fashion. We have to finish.
Well, we have to finish it first.
And then we'll have another Zoom. And then we'll have a couple Zoom where we'll all wear our Kuffels.
A Kuffel after party,
exactly.
Right?
We'll need to do the Kuffel party.
We're going to be Kuffling. Anyway, we used, I think I said this, maybe I didn't, I'm not sure, Hudson West Forge. I used black and aspen not black, raven, right? Raven is what
we're going to be twinning.
Raven, I know. We've never done that before.
No, literally twinning.
The same thing. So that's my Kuffel, Kuffel.
And the designer is Alexis Winslow. I don't think we mentioned that.
Yeah, it's a nice pattern.
Yep. So that's whip number 1. You want to show whip number 2?
Sure. I changed the order again in my colors because it was looking too similar. I think the last time we spoke, I'm on the wrong side.
Are you back into like a reddish colorway?
Yes, I am.
Nice.
And what I've decided to do, I think I have, let's count the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Am I on 11? And I'm on 11?
Yes.
I'm on 11. So I have one more. Now, the only thing was, when I was looking at my colors, I had this. I think I was supposed to put this color in first, this color. And I changed it because I felt that the color I'm using, which is this, had more blue in it. I didn't want to go into the beige. I think the gray goes a little more blue. Blue, right? So but these two colors look the same to me.
What if you go?
I am eliminating. I'm going to eliminate it. It's too similar.
Well, you have one more color.
Well, this would have been.
Is there a
11.
center color?
There could be if I don't eliminate it. I could do this next, and then this, but then I think. If I eliminate this, I have 24 colors, not 25.
What's the color after that?
I don't have it with me. I don't know.
Well, you changed the order, so this was. Does it go more beige?
That was supposed to be on there now, and I moved it because I felt it was too beige. I don't
object to that. I don't know what's next, but
you could do that. I could do that. It depends what comes after it.
So,
I have it on my
phone. In case you want to see what we're looking at, sorry guys, this, that, and the other thing. So Pam is deliberating about color. This is the color. Where's the color that you're working on now?
Right there.
This is the colorway she's working on now. This was the color which was supposed to be next, and she feels that it's too similar.
Right.
So what she's doing is she's swapping out. She's thinking about going to this beige colorway. I think it's getting washed out a little bit. Let's see. So there's like a blue-gray in there, and then this goes more beige or tan. And then she's thinking about the red. And I had suggested to bring this color back, but we don't know what it's going to fade into. Yeah, so that's what she's checking.
I have it right here. Is that it? No. Yes. No? No, that's another one.
She's got so many.
Come on, it's in here somewhere. How many pictures am I going through? Come on. Let's That's not it. Now but keep talking. I'll find
Habitation Throw is that a Helen Stewart pattern as well?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
So the designer is Helen Stewart. She's got a bunch of lovely patterns. I think she likes to design for Advents.
She does have some great Advent.
She has if you're not familiar, she does some beautiful prints. Uh-oh, did we just lose you? Sorry, the screen just went blank.
Okay, so
Pam's going to show.
So this is where, you see, this is where I changed these colors. Mm-hmm. And you see that it was supposed to be this, and then these two colors. And then the red, it goes peachy, corally after that.
Can I get this to change back? There it goes.
That's my...
Oh, it won't screen lock.
Yeah, I'm going to have to... I don't know. I have to see what I'm going to do. I don't know. But...
There it is. So she's in this section right around here. So it's actually going into the beiges. I mean, so I really do think you could...
put that
Yeah, I think you could flip-flop it.
Yep.
Because she's going into these lighter colors up there, and it looks like...
they're like corally.
And that does have coral in there.
It would be between these two.
Right, but you have that coral.
Yep,
she has this coral that would be after, and I feel like that would definitely tie into.
But anyway, there's where I am. I can't, of course, there's a lot of stitches on, so I have to hold it in. But it's getting big. I mean, it's 11 out of 12, right?
Just think, after the next skein,
I'm on my decrease.
Yes.
Anyway, so.
That's always fun.
There you go. So that's my habitation.
Nice.
Making progress. You know what they say, slow and steady wins the race, right?
There you go.
And before you know it'll be done. But it will be done by the end of the year.
Sounds good.
Well, I wanted to have it done by June, but that's not going to happen, I don't think.
Was there a reason why you were going for June?
I just thought that instead of taking the whole year, it would be better if I took 6 months to make it. I mean, in reality, if I knit a mini a week, you know, I could do it. It's not that much. It's just
mini a week, and you have 12. Is it 12 weeks before June?
Well,
almost
I don't know.
End of June.
So even if I finished in July,
end of June.
At the rate I'm going now, with no schedule, I'll get done in November.
I think you should be able to do that.
So anyway, we'll have to see.
Well,
what do you have, Dina? Oh,
my next whip, I should say, is my Anthe shawl.
Excuse me.
This has been in timeout for a bit. I had a mistake this week. You guys may have seen it on my Instagram, but I finally got past it.
Oh, nice,
and I'm actually halfway.
You were down here the last time.
Right, so I've been thinking that if I do...
Here you go, right? You make a goal for yourself. That's how you get it done. Yeah.
So for a mosaic row, that's okay. Mosaic row, it's 2 rows, but you're really working half the stitches.
Right.
Some days I can squeeze 2 mosaic rows. Other days I just
but you know,
one.
if you can do 10 a week, I'll get this done. I'm just doing it with my left hand. That's why I couldn't do it. If you do 10 a week, that's 10 rows.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I mean, I think I definitely went more than 10. Well, actually, no, because it's been 2 weeks.
Did, Diane. Oh, you said
it's been 2 weeks since we podcasted.
So 20 rows, 24 rows.
But then don't forget, I lost a couple of days because I had the drop down.
Yeah, Dinah had 5 stitches done incorrectly.
So now that it's here, this is where my mistake was.
Which one?
See this ridge right here?
Yeah,
it's in garter.
Yeah.
I had knit it all in stockinette.
Wow. Oof. So Dinah dropped it?
I dropped it. I did not rip back.
So we did a time analysis and figured that Dinah saved half the time doing that as it would have been if she had to rip it out.
Right.
Hey, listen, time counts.
It does.
Time counts. It's
but it was tedious to drop down. It would have been easier
to rip it out.
Yeah, but
and she also found in dropping it down that better than usually when you have something like that, you would drop a stitch at a time or maybe 2 stitches at a time. But
not with mosaic knitting.
Yeah.
You definitely want to do the whole, like I did the whole gap of 5 stitches, which needed to be dropped, because one at a time was difficult to foresee the mosaic stitching. So when you drop it down as a sequence, it was easier to actually pattern it out.
I love mosaic knitting.
Yeah.
So pretty.
So this is my Anthe shawl. The designer is Moonstruck Knits. I'm using Hudson West Weld. Colorway is fawn. The light pink in here is dusk, and this colorway in here is tobacco.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty. So hopefully one day before fall, I'll have this done.
It'll be done before fall. You won't be wearing it much probably in the summertime.
Definitely not.
But you'll have it ready for the fall, which is nice, right?
This was a timeout for way too long. But it's out. So for those of you who reached out and said, get it out of timeout, thank you.
She's got it out.
It's out. So that's that. And do you have any more?
No, that's it for me.
Okay, I'm just going to bring out, I didn't do too much, but I am working on my Ridgeway capelet, and I'm losing stitches because they're in so many different bags. Yeah. This is my Ridgeway capelet. It's the Clinton Hill Cashmere knit along that's going on right now. I think it ends in the middle of April. Sorry, I'm just lost my stitches.
Love that color.
And clearly I didn't get very far.
You're farther than you were the last time.
Yes, but at the halfway mark.
Is that top down?
It's top down. I should have been a skein and a half into it by now. Ooh. And I didn't even finish the first one.
Well, maybe 3/4 of a skein.
This is the colorway Cognac. It's in Clinton Hill Cashmere.
It's a nice halo on it.
Bespoke DK. Yes, it does have a beautiful halo. That's what I love about cashmere. It's so soft and smushy. And that's it.
There you go. Making progress.
I'm making progress. I doubt I'll be wearing it at the party, at the cast-off party, but whatever.
That's fine.
That's what happens when you have your hands in too many projects.
No, listen. You're a knitter. That's what knitters do.
Exactly.
Right? We have many things. Not too many. I'm not going to say too many. Many things going on at one time.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let me just write that down. Ridgeway capelet, and why don't we talk about what's in front of us, Pam?
Yes, speaking of Hudson and West, right, Dina?
Well, it's in front of us, it's behind us, it's on the table, it's everywhere.
We were very lucky at the end of last week to receive a trunk show from Hudson and West, which is called, it's from their Deep Winter
2021 collection.
2021 collection. They have, they call it a lookbook. It's, you can certainly view it on their website, and the patterns are also on Ravelry.
Right.
And we'll show you what we have.
The patterns are sold individually, so it's not like it's a book or a collection. They call it the Deep Winter 2021 collection, but each garment is individual.
Correct. You want to start with the sweaters?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, maybe we'll start with this one, Dinah, since it's on top of a sweater. How about doing the pen?
Oh, okay.
Speaking of mosaic and shawls, they have a new mosaic shawl in this collection that's made out of their Weld, which is their lighter. It's a little wrinkled looking, but that's okay.
This is the Penn shawl.
Right.
It's designed by Jen Peck.
Mm-hmm. And
you were saying it's mosaic?
It's mosaic, which again, look at that. We were talking about difficulty level, right, Dinah? We were saying that it's not that the Anthe is difficult, but this is not as intricate, I think, as the Anthe. Or am I wrong?
I don't think you're wrong. You know better. Well, if we go back to the Anthe for a minute, one thing I didn't mention, and this makes a world of difference, I put markers in. Mm-hmm. And it's so much easier to memorize a shorter sequence than what needs to happen across the entire row. Right. So this is going very quickly, or it's moving quickly because I am using the markers. Mm-hmm. This is a shorter sequence.
Correct, it is.
So if you were to put the markers marking your repeat in here, you'd fly. It would be very easy.
And it's 3 colors. This particular one has gold leaf with midnight, which is navy, and fawn, which is the beige. And we had put, when it came out, actually, before we got the sample, we put kits up on the website. Because it's and it's so lightweight, right, Diana?
Yes, this blocked out beautifully. This is the Weld. They opened it up. Mm-hmm. It definitely feels like a fingering weight shawl. Mm-hmm. The so nice. Combinations that we came out with very few combinations in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I think there were only 4 that we may have featured. Mm-hmm. And then when we got the trunk show in, we had such a wonderful response to it. People had requested for additional kits. So we put out new kits, and those went very well. And now we have more kits.
Right.
So please feel free. Go to the website. You could see. Actually, we have some of the colorways here. We have
some of them now, and we've changed them around a little bit, so it would be a little different. Now, I did drop one on the floor, and
I do want to just mention one thing about the mosaic in this pattern. The mosaic here within this section is all garter stitch. So one of the things that is a little trickier, for example, if you're looking at the Anthe, there is knit and garter. So you'd have to really read the chart more carefully and be aware. So this is, if you've never done mosaic knitting, this might be a good place to start because it doesn't have too much of it.
It's a little simpler, I think.
Yes, and if you're starting at the point, which is where they start, you kind of get this little beginning pattern which gets repeated later on, but this is your introduction to the mosaic, which is nice, not too complicated. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
So anyway, we did a kit with Raven as the main color, and we put ash and what is it called? Something
red feather.
Red feather. So isn't that a pretty combo?
That's lovely.
I like that a lot. The black
That's
with
really
the two
pretty.
colors. I like that. And this, you'll have nice contrast on the mosaic section, which I think is important.
So just so you see, we have the dark outlining the light. So this tobacco feather would be outlining the ash,
which would be pretty.
That is a gorgeous combination.
That a pretty combination? Yep. And they're listed on the website with the colors, so that shouldn't,
Main color would be, the first color would be the main color. So if, for example, the one we just showed was Raven, Raven would be listed first.
Correct, and this one is Lake, and this would be listed first. It's a lighter blue.
Right.
It does have 4 skeins. I did just drop one, and I'm not picking it up. And that's with Midnight that Dinah's holding in ash. So again, the flower is outlined with the Midnight, and the ash is the...
It's like a stone wash, like a denim look.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Yeah. So that's that way. And then we have... Here you go, Dinah. These two, that's pretty. Those are the flowers in Dinah's hand. And I have the body. Combo. The body is going to be in charcoal, which is a pretty gray. And the flowers will be in Cabernet and Dusk.
Yes.
Pretty as that.
Very pretty.
Like that. I don't think there's a bad combination.
I don't think
Can't
so
go
either.
wrong. Anyway, that's that one. I have one more over here. And these are the contrast colors.
Oh, this is another good one.
Yeah. And the main color on this one is also, it's Raven, which is the black, with the mustard and fawn. Isn't that great? Yep.
That's fun.
I love that one.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah, that's a pretty one. So there you go for that.
Now, these are just suggestions. You can always create your own. If you want to do the inverse, if you want a yellow flower and have the outline, by all means, you can do.
It requires 4 skeins for the main color and 1 of each for the mosaic part.
And there's some on the website that we didn't feature. This one, of course, is available. I've got a few more kits. You want to hold that for a sec?
Yep.
This one is the Cabernet. And then we have it paired with Raven and Ash. You want to go closer? I feel like it's getting lost. Yeah, to the back.
Yep.
That's very pretty, too.
Yep. There you go.
I guess I won't show the original since the original we have.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went with a colorway.
This
was inspired by my Anthe colorway, my palette.
Yep.
So
there you go. So this is the main color being Dusk, which is that light pink-ish color.
And then, it's funny, the lighting keeps changing.
Yeah.
And then Tobacco as the outline, and then Fawn as the flower. That's pretty.
It's very nice.
So that was inspired by my Anthe.
There you go.
The only difference is, instead of Fawn being the main color, we went with the, the pink.
That's nice.
What else do we have? We have Tobacco as the main, which is also very pretty.
That tobacco color.
Yeah, this is a pretty kit.
There you go. Here's Tobacco. And was that Dusk?
Dusk and charcoal.
Nice. Pretty.
Yep.
Okay.
There it is.
Nice.
Okay. Is that your stomach or mine?
My stomach, I think.
I wonder if
it's time for my brownie, Dinah.
I wonder if the microphone is picking that up.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully you guys hear that.
Well, if it does, you'll know what it is, right?
Not hear that. Hear us. Did I say hear that? I hope they don't hear your stomach.
Yeah. And this is Ash is the main color, a lighter gray. And
I love this color.
I love those colors for the flowers.
Black and gold leaf. This is my wheelhouse here.
Exactly.
But I do too much of this.
Well, but we're always drawn. But we're always drawn to the colors that we wear. that we tend to go towards. This is a little different for us. This next one coming up, right, Dina?
This is a pretty one.
This is the color. I think it's juniper, isn't it? Juniper.
This is juniper.
It's a pretty shade of green. It's like the juniper tree.
And then we have it with
that
red feather.
Very pretty, Dina.
This is gorgeous and fawn.
Yeah, that red feather is gorgeous.
This would be a pretty one.
So rich. I'm liking it. I'm looking at it on the screen.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very pretty. So those are our pen kits.
So those are the kits. That's the only thing we kitted out of this deep winter collection, correct, Dina?
Yes. I think it's, we could have probably kitted up the hat kits, but there's so many different color options.
Right, there really are.
If you guys reach out to us and you really want to see kits, feel free to leave a message, and, we'd be happy to do that. Otherwise, call us to curate one. We'd be happy to work with you.
So why don't we show you a sweater now? How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Let's show them first the one by you. Can we pull this over?
Yes, I'm going to get out of the way.
My chair out of the way a little bit. And I don't remember what this is called. It is called Rhys, Rhys.
Who's the designer?
It is by Cheryl Toy, Toy. And it's made out of forge, which is the heavier of their two bases, in two colors. And it runs sizes 1 to 4. And it goes from, again, it's an oversized. The smallest one has a circumference of 56, so it is an oversized piece.
It is swancho-like. Would you say it has the same, it looks a little deeper than our Kuffel, right?
It might be just a little bit. I don't know. I'd have to try it on, but the skill level, they say it's a 3 out of 5. So I just think it's a great look.
It is a little bit longer.
It is a little longer, yeah. I think it's a great look. I love the geometric color work on it and the inverse, how it's just...
The yin and the yang and the yoke.
It's
gorgeous. This
love
is fawn, and this is evergreen.
Correct.
Beautiful.
Nice piece.
Definitely striking. A lot of people like this one.
Yeah, this seems to be one of the favorites. There are two. The next one that we'll show is one of... another favorite. I think you like the next one, Dina, don't you? This one?
I do. This might have to be in my wish list for fall.
You have the name on your side.
Okay. This one is called Warren. It's designed by Sloane Rosenthal. She's one of the owners of Hudson West. I think she did a beautiful job. Can you see the pattern at the bottom?
Yeah.
It's got this, it looks like a woven knit stitch. It's absolutely gorgeous. I believe, is it knit from the top down?
I don't know.
I think it's knit from the top down, but I could be wrong. It's got a beautiful turtleneck, nice but it's not tight. It's loose. Yeah. It's got a wide neck. She's got beautiful neckline shaping, and it's...
And it looks like the turtleneck is a twisted rib, isn't it? No, you don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I could be wrong. No, I think it's regular.
That's good.
Like it. But it's very pretty. Very well done. It's featured here in midnight and fawn. I believe the bottom is mosaic knitting as well. I don't know that it's color work. I want to say it's mosaic.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to look at the pattern. But it's called Warren, Warren.
Pretty.
So it's a beautiful pullover.
Yep. And the third sweater
which you can see clearly. This is also a beauty.
Isn't it pretty?
Is she leaning? I hope she doesn't fall.
Yeah, she's leaning a little bit.
Let's see, do I have the ticket here?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so this one is called the Harris, Harris, and this is by Meghan Babin. She's the other owner of Hudson West. Can you imagine the great talent with these two owners?
I know.
This is a beautiful cardigan, and it looks like it is color work.
Also in forge.
And I did not check. When you looked up the information, do you know if it was steeked or not?
No, I didn't look at that. I would guess it is.
I have to check.
You want me to check? What's it called?
It's called Harris. It looks like it may have been steeked, but it's hard to tell because of the finishing.
I'll have it up in 2 seconds.
Maybe not, actually, because it's
so?
an I-cord edging.
Let's see what it says.
There's an I-cord here at the end.
I'm not seeing it.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes.
But it's very pretty. So the colors that was used here were Midnight, Tobacco, Fawn, and Lake. What a light version. Oh, no, it's not Lake. Excuse me. Is that Ash or Lake?
That looks like Lake to me.
It's a very light version of Lake, no?
Could be.
Huh. Let me just see. I think it's Ash.
You think it's Ash?
Yeah, it's Ash. I was going to say that was a very light blue, but it's funny how it's taking on a blue cast. The camera.
Let's look at the attributes, and that'll tell us.
So the screen just went dead, and we don't know if the camera's actually stopping or not. So we have like a little faint heart attack, but the clock is going. Okay.
It is steeked.
It is.
Stranded steeked.
Wow. So then how did she get this edging? She must have crocheted?
It was inspired by the iconic dude sweater, she says. It was inspired by menswear. It's intended for men and women.
I was going to say, I don't think that's not, I mean.
It's made in the round from the bottom up.
That's
and they steek it, and then they put in a zipper. I guess you could do a button band if you wanted to. I don't know. It does say, it says...
is that single crochet or is it picked up I-cord? Probably an I-cord.
It says ribbon collar I-cord edging.
Wow. Very nice. It's got a shawl collar. Very pretty. Well done.
Yeah. Anyway,
Great job.
Those are the 3 sweaters that are in their deep winter collection, right?
Yes.
What else do we have?
Well, we have this beautiful hat here.
Yeah, this is lovely.
This is called the Ryder hat.
Ryder.
Put that in the bar. It's designed by Sarah Shepard. This one uses Weld in 3 colors. You're seeing it here in Raven, Fawn, and the Mustard. And I have to say, it was this hat that gave me the inspiration to do the Penn shawl.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Nice.
Gorgeous together.
Nice.
I love the 3 colors together.
Love that. And it's got a turn-up brim.
Yes. And I believe we have another one, don't we?
Yes, right here. I was just going to say.
There's another sample.
Now, this one is different. It's not as high contrast in the color work. It looks like it's fawn and ash to me. But this one is a deeper body of the hat, so it's more of a slouch than this one is.
It's showing that there's sizes 1 through 4.
Mm-hmm. And again, a turn-up brim on both of them.
This is definitely a smaller version.
And made in Weld.
Very pretty.
Very nice, right?
Yeah.
It's a great hat.
Very nice.
Love that one. And then it's this over here. Now this we just discovered the other day. Tell them about that, Dina.
Well, do you have the where's the ticket?
Oh, I forget what it's called now. I don't know where the ticket is. It probably fell out.
Sorry. We did have them labeled.
We did.
Well, this is a beautiful colorwork hat. And what's amazing about this set, it's a hat and mittens, is that it's reversible. And we actually didn't know this right away. So check this out. The hat and mittens are reversible.
Yes.
How incredible is that? So it must be double knitting.
Yep.
Isn't that gorgeous? It's getting blown out. There it is.
That's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Now, it did say, I believe in the pattern, it said that if you were to make the mitts and the hat together, you would need 3 skeins of the main color.
So what is the main color in here?
Well, I think if you flip it around to the other side.
It must be the
it's
Weld.
The fawn.
Listen to me, Weld. It's the fawn.
Yeah.
Must be. Okay, I need to turn one of these mittens inside out because I haven't done that.
Yeah.
Look at this. How incredible. It's really reversible.
What was I looking this up for? I forgot what I was
We don't know
looking
the name and the designer because we want to give her
Logan.
credit.
The hat is called Logan, and the designer is Jessie Ostermiller.
I shouldn't say her because it could be a man.
Jessie could
be anybody.
Yeah. And it's a skill level 4 out of 5. And it does
What are the attributes?
That's what I'm looking for.
Wait, what was it called again?
Logan. Logan.
Okay.
It says it's a gradient rainbow of double knitting. It's double knitting.
It is double knitting. It has to be.
And they're completely reversible and extra warm for the coldest climes. It's like wearing 2 pair of mittens.
You definitely feel the quilt.
It's made with 6 colors of Weld. And
can we name them? Lake, Cabernet, Fawn. That looks like red feather. gold leaf, and mustard.
There you go.
So pretty.
It is. It's gorgeous. And these mitts, it was funny because I put them on the other day and I thought that they were extra warm because they were stranded knitting. But then...
And how did we discover that it was double knitting? You were wondering about the floats.
Well, I was saying there'd be floats in there. And so I took it off and I'm looking at what's in there and I realized, wait a second, it's like another pair of mittens in there.
We turned it inside out because we couldn't believe there were no floats.
So what you could do, Dana, is you could wear one way on one hand and reverse the other one.
They're incredible.
Right?
I absolutely love them.
It's great. And it's the Logan. And we were even saying with the extra yarn that you have left over, they have so many great hat patterns.
This is so awesome.
Right, that you could, even if you just made the mitts.
How much leftover do you think there actually would be, though? Was
Can't
the pattern?
Be that much.
Wait a minute, is the pattern for the hat and the mittens, or is it separate?
Yes, I believe you get both together at the same time.
So it's like a little bundle.
It's a set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These are so mushy.
I wonder if they say how much of each colorway is required. I don't think so.
Definitely perfect. For all you teachers out there who have playground duty.
Yeah, that's me.
These are the mitts for you.
It's funny because that happened to me this year. I didn't start going outside, but then around November I went outside and I said, well, I have to knit myself a pair of mittens. There's nothing like a pair of hand knit mittens to keep you warm outside. They really are the best. And
that'll keep your head warm
now
too.
There is one more hat. I was just reminded when I went on the website, which is called the Collins.
Here it is. Sorry.
That's okay. It's called the Collins, and you have it right there. Oh, Sloane did that one.
Another one designed by the owner, Sloane Rosenthal. And I believe this has, is it 5 colors?
5 colorways, but she also has a 2-color option.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can do it with 2 colors if you don't want to do 5, because it is made with forge. But this would be a good one for us to make if we have leftover from our Kuffel. We could make a Collins. Right?
There you go.
Skill level 2 out of 5.
Does it say color work? Looks like it's color work.
Yeah. It doesn't say, but I'm sure it is.
Beautiful floats.
Yep.
You can almost wear it inside out. Look at that. Looks like Christmas trees.
It's pretty, isn't it?
That's the wrong side.
I know. But that's how you know it's a good stranded color work, yes. And as I said, it's a 2 out of 5, and it comes in 3 sizes, so it's not...
Very pretty.
Pretty.
So this is the Collins. Is there a picture of the 2 colorway?
No, there's not. No. I didn't realize that. I don't see one here with it. No.
No?
No.
Oh, well.
Do not see one.
Oh, excuse me. It's that time of day. I didn't have my second cup of coffee.
Yeah, no, there's no... Just that colorway. I guess they're figuring we can use our imagination, right? What's in that one? It's Midnight, Fawn.
Charcoal. Barn Red. Tobacco.
Is that tobacco or
oh no, maybe it's red feather.
It's red feather.
Forgive me.
Brighter.
It is. It's red feather because it's more orangey.
Nice. And you can put a palm on it if you want.
Yeah, you can actually.
Yeah.
We certainly have palms.
Exactly. And that is the Hudson West collection that we're very thankful to have in the shop.
Yes.
For a while at least.
Yes. So if you have any questions, please reach out.
And even though it's April, you can make it for next year.
Yeah, we were talking about that actually. We should tell them how we were talking about maybe starting some holiday knitting. We know it's early, but everyone is always knitting under the gun right before the holidays. Last minute knitting. So take the pressure off. If you see something here, maybe dive into a gift a month.
Exactly. And if nothing else, you'll have a hat when it turns cold in November.
If you don't have a hat. Wouldn't be such a bad thing.
Yeah.
Any announcements? We're going to start a new knit along.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have no details yet, but we're thinking about the Winter's Beach Cardi.
Yep, from Andrea Mowry.
Mm-hmm. We are pulling together and working with a few indie dyers about getting some yarn especially dyed. Mm-hmm. And I guess if you're an indie dyer and you could dye quickly, feel free to contact us.
Exactly.
Taking all inquiries.
Yeah, it looks like a fun cardigan.
So we're thinking about starting that.
Correct.
We are winding down the Ridgeway Capelet, which we jumped on with Clinton Hill Cashmere.
Correct.
The Kuffel knit along.
Isn't there something else we were thinking of doing? I can't remember now.
The holiday knits.
The holiday knits, okay.
Right?
I tell you, I don't remember what I did yesterday.
Come on, it was Lucy's birthday.
In and out. Well, that's
you
probably
celebrated Lucy's birthday.
I did. She turned 4, which was exciting. Can't believe she's 4. She's like a little girl now. She's not like a toddler anymore.
She looks so cute on your Insta story.
Yeah, she was very cute. She was listen, what little girl doesn't like their birthday? You know?
Was she reveling in it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, she had some gifts. It wasn't crazy with gifts, although she did get most of her gifts, I have to tell you, were clothes. I didn't show you that picture, Dina. Her other grandmother gave them like pool shoes and some bathing suits. The ones that they're rubber, but they have little holes in them. I think she got them at Target.
That's so cute, but not jellies.
No, they're slip-ons, but they are made out of a plastic of some kind. And she got them cute bathing suits and maybe, I don't know what's this other thing that goes over the bathing suit. And she got them sunglasses. She got them each like 2 pairs of sunglasses.
So cute.
She got Lucy about 6 pairs of shoes. And so Lucy decided, I want to put the bathing suit on. So she puts the bathing suit on. And then she gave them, they got a cap. You know, so she put the cap on with the sunglasses. And so once someone said to her, okay, Lucy, strike a pose. And you know that kid, she started with the, you know, like she was modeling the thing.
Really?
I swear to God.
How
her
does
father
she
was
know?
like, her father was like, I'm going to have to lock you up.
That's so cute.
Very cute. So
I saw on your Insta story she had 2 dresses on, so she definitely
she's always changing dresses.
Yeah, I was going to say. With the pin the tail on the unicorn?
She got, I think Audrey gave her one of those dresses. I'm not sure what the other dress was that she was wearing. Yeah, that was from Audrey.
Super cute.
And then I think Olive has been potty training. So because Olive has been potty training, my daughter's put dresses on her because that way she doesn't have to wear a diaper. And
easy access.
It's easy, yeah. So she likes wearing dresses. And she didn't have any dresses, so, you know, I went to Target the other day and I bought at least 3 little dresses. And
how cute.
I think Audrey got her a tulle dress, you know, because what little girl doesn't like tulle, right?
Dress up.
Yeah, exactly.
You
gave them the boa the other day. Dinah gave them a boa.
Did they wear it?
Of course they loved it. They love to dress up.
So cute.
Yeah.
They're super cute.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And hopefully everyone had a beautiful holiday.
Yeah, whether you were celebrating Passover, Easter,
yes,
whatever it is you celebrate. Or next weekend is Greek Easter, or the Orthodox Easter, right?
Who was it that came today? They said, are you open? It's Easter Monday. What's Easter Monday?
It is Easter Monday. Monday, traditionally, like this was the week that we would be off, but...
After?
Yes, but
really?
Yeah, but now depending on how the holidays fall with Passover,
maybe they try to blend it.
Yeah, they try to blend it. As a matter of fact, today at school, someone was saying, you know, there are some districts that aren't open today.
Really?
Of course, we were. So, but you have to go back sometime, right?
What is the symbolism of Easter?
It's just the day after Easter. It's nothing particular. It's not like it's Good Friday or Holy Thursday, or they all have a significance. It's just the day after Easter.
Okay. Yeah. Digest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sit back and digest all that you've consumed.
Well, sounds good. Well, I definitely ran myself down.
Yeah, you did. You've had a cold the past couple of days.
Yeah, but I'm getting better, hopefully.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it. Anything else?
No. Nothing that I can think of.
All right.
And if there is, we'll save it for the next podcast.
There you go. Since we've been on our game here. What is it, like every week?
And listen,
every other week?
Yeah, well, every week. Yeah, every week, every other week. Whichever works.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you for all the constructive criticism. Hopefully our sound and our mic is a lot better.
It better be better.
Otherwise, you can blame me for the tech editing. I only have so many skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully you enjoyed the episode. We look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great
happy knitting
week. Yeah.
Happy crafting.
Bye.
Bye, guys.